Welcome back, coin collectors. Today we're exploring four amazing U.S. quarters, 1776 to 1976, 1979D, 1980p, and 1998p, each with its own history and hidden value. Watch till the end, because one of these coins might be worth more than you think. The 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Quarter is one of the most iconic and widely recognized coins in United States history, created to celebrate 200 years of American independence since the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. Unlike regular quarters, this special issue does not carry a single year date. Instead, it features a dual date 1776 to 1976, symbolizing the bicentennial anniversary. This coin was part of a larger commemorative coin program that also included the half-dollar and dollar coins, all redesigned temporarily to honor this historic milestone. Despite its commemorative nature, the Bicentennial Quarter would produce a general circulation, making it a unique blend of everyday currency and national celebration. On the obverse side of the coin, the familiar portrait of George Washington remains, maintaining continuity with a long-standing Washington Quarter design originally introduced in 1932. The portrait, designed by John Flanagan, shows Washington facing left, with the word Liberty prominently inscribed above his head. To the left of the portrait appears a national motto, "In God We Trust," while the dual date 1776 to 1976 is placed below. This dual date is one of the most distinctive features of the coin, instantly setting it apart from standard quarters. While the design remained mostly unchanged on the obverse, it was slightly modified to accommodate the commemorative date, ensuring that the coin retained its traditional look while still marking the special occasion. The reverse side of the Bicentennial Quarter is where the most dramatic change occurs. Instead of the traditional eagle design, the reverse features a colonial drummer boy, a powerful symbol of the American Revolutionary War and the spirit of independence. This design was created by Jack L. R., whose initial can be found near the drummer. The image depicts a young drummer in colonial attire, holding a drum and drumsticks, with a torch of victory encircled by 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies. Above the design is the inscription United States of America, and below it reads Quarter Dollar. The motto E Pluribus Unum is also included, reinforcing the idea of unity among the states. This unique reverse design makes the Bicentennial Quarter stand out as one of the most visually distinctive coins ever issued by the U.S. Mint. In terms of composition, most 1776 to 1976 quarters found in circulation are made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. These coins weigh approximately 5.67 grams and have a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, with a reeded edge. However, special collector versions were also produced in 40% silver, primarily included in mint sets and proof sets. These silver versions are heavier and were never intended for general circulation, making them more valuable and desirable among collectors. The silver coins were struck at the San Francisco Mint and typically carry an S mint mark, while regular circulation coins were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark. The mintage of the Bicentennial Quarter was extremely high, with over 1.6 billion coins produced across all mints. Because of this massive production, the coin is very common and can still be found in circulation today. Most circulated examples are worth their face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated coins, especially those in mint state condition with strong luster and minimal wear, can be worth more, typically ranging from a few dollars to higher amounts depending on grade. The 40% silver versions, due to their precious metal content, carry additional value and can sell for significantly more, especially in pristine condition. Collectors often search for error coins within the Bicentennial series, as these can greatly increase value. Some known errors include double dies, off-center strikes, and coins struck on incorrect planches. While such errors are relatively rare, they add an exciting dimension to collecting Bicentennial quarters. Additionally, coins with exceptional strike quality or proof finishes, featuring mirror-like surfaces and sharp details, are highly prized by collectors. The historical significance of the 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Quarter cannot be overstated. It was issued during a time of national reflection and celebration as Americans commemorated 2 centuries of independence. The coin served not only as a medium of exchange, but also as a reminder of the country's founding principles and revolutionary heritage. It was widely collected by the public at the time, with many saving these coins as keepsakes, which is why so many remain in excellent condition today. Another interesting aspect of the Bicentennial Quarter is its role in popular culture and coin collecting communities. Because of its unique design and historical importance, it is often one of the first coins that new collectors encounter. Its availability makes it accessible, while its story makes it meaningful. Many collectors aim to obtain examples from all three mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, as well as both clad and silver versions. In today's market, while most bicentennial quarters are not rare, certain high-grade specimens or silver versions can command higher prices. Coins graded MS-67 or above, or proof coins in perfect condition, can be quite valuable. Nevertheless, for most people, the coin's true worth lies in its symbolism and its connection to American history. The 1980p Washington Quarter is a classic example of modern United States coinage, representing both a continuation of a long-standing design tradition and the practical realities of late 20th century minting. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P mint mark, which began appearing on quarters starting in 1980. This coin holds a special place in numismatic history. Prior to 1980, Philadelphia minted quarters did not carry a mint mark, making the 1980 issue notable as one of the first quarters to feature the P. This small detail alone adds an extra layer of interest to collectors, as it marks a transition point in U.S. coin production practices. On the obverse of the 1980p quarter, the coin features a familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Above the portrait is a bold inscription Liberty, representing one of the fundamental ideals of the United States. To the left of Washington's profile appears a national motto, "In God We Trust," while the date 1980 is positioned just below the bust. The addition of the P mint mark can be seen to the right of Washington's ponytail, distinguishing it from earlier Philadelphia issues. The overall design is simple yet powerful, maintaining a sense of continuity that has defined the Washington Quarter for decades. The reverse of the coin continues a traditional heraldic eagle design that was used on quarters from 1932 until it was replaced in 1999. The eagle is depicted with its wings spread wide, symbolizing strength, freedom, and vigilance. In its talons, the eagle holds a bundle of arrows, representing readiness to defend the nation, while olive branches below signify peace. Above the eagle is the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, reflecting the unity of the states. Encircling the top edge of the coin is the inscription United States of America, while the denomination quarter dollar is clearly written along the bottom. This reverse design is deeply rooted in American symbolism and remained largely unchanged for many decades. In terms of composition, the 1980p Washington Quarter is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, which had become standard for U.S. coins after the removal of silver from circulating coinage in 1965. The coin consists of outer layers made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core of pure copper. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. The edge of the coin is reeded, featuring a series of small grooves that not only enhance its appearance but also serve as a historical anti-counterfeiting measure. The mintage of the 1980p quarter was very high, with hundreds of millions of coins produced for circulation. Because of this large production number, the coin is extremely common and is frequently found in everyday change even decades after its release. Most circulated examples show signs of wear, such as flattened details and reduced luster, and are typically worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated coins, those that have never been used in daily transactions, can be more valuable, especially if they retain their original mint luster and sharp details. For collectors, the condition of a 1980p quarter plays a crucial role in determining its value. Coins graded MS-63 to MS-65 are relatively common and may be worth a few dollars, while those in higher grades, such as MS-66 or MS-67, can command significantly higher prices due to their rarity in such pristine condition. Coins with exceptional eye appeal, minimal contact marks, and strong strikes are particularly desirable. Additionally, Collectors often look for coins with full detail in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, as these features indicate a well-struck specimen. Era coins from the 1980p series can also be of great interest. While no major widely recognized varieties exist for this specific year, minor minting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, clip planches, or double dies can occasionally be found. These errors add uniqueness to an otherwise common coin and can significantly increase its value depending on the severity and visibility of the error. The historical context of the 1980p quarter adds another dimension to its significance. The year 1980 was a time of economic challenges in the United States, including high inflation and changes in monetary policy. Coins like the quarter remain an essential part of daily commerce, used in everything from vending machines to transportation systems. Despite being a routine part of everyday life, these coins also served as enduring symbols of American identity, carrying inscriptions like "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" that reflect the nation's core values. For numismatists, the 1980p Washington Quarter is an important piece in completing a date and mint collection of Washington quarters. Its status as one of the first Philadelphia quarters to feature a mint mark makes it particularly noteworthy. Collectors often seek to assemble full sets spanning from 1932 to 1998, and the 1980p is a key component of that series. In terms of market value today, most 1980p quarters in circulated condition remain at face value. Uncirculated examples typically range from a few dollars to higher amounts depending on grade, while rare high-grade specimens or era coins can be worth significantly more. However, like many modern coins, its greatest value often lies not in its monetary worth but in its historical importance and its role in the broader story of U.S. coinage. The 1998p Washington Quarter represents the final chapter of a long-running and historically significant design era in United States coinage. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint and bearing the P Mint mark, this coin is especially notable because it was one of the last quarters issued before the introduction of the famous 50-state quarters program in 1999. This gives the 1998p quarter a special place in numismatic history, as it marks the end of the classic Washington Quarter design that had remained largely unchanged since its debut in 1932. On the obverse of the coin, the design features a familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington, created by sculptor John Flanagan. Washington's profile is calm and dignified, symbolizing leadership and stability. Above his head is a bold inscription, "Liberty," while to the left appears a national motto, "In God We Trust." Below the portrait is a date, 1998, and to the right of Washington's ponytail is a P Mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The obverse design had remained consistent for decades, making it one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. The reverse side of the 1998p quarter continues a traditional heraldic eagle design that had been used since 1932. The eagle is shown with its wings fully spread, representing strength and freedom. In its talons, it holds a bundle of arrows, symbolizing the nation's readiness to defend itself, while olive branches beneath signify peace. Above the eagle is a Latin motto, "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," reflecting the unity of the United States. The inscription "United States of America" curves along the top edge, while the denomination quarter dollar is clearly displayed at the bottom. This reverse design would soon be retired, making the 1998 issue one of the last to feature this iconic imagery. In terms of composition, the 1998p Washington Quarter is made from a copper-nickel-clad alloy, consisting of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition had been standard for circulating U.S. coins since 1965, following the removal of silver due to rising costs. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. Its reeded edge, featuring fine grooves, is both decorative and functional, historically serving to prevent the clipping of precious metals from coins. The mintage of the 1998p quarter was extremely high, with hundreds of millions of coin produced to meet the needs of everyday commerce. Because of this, the coin is very common and is still frequently found in circulation today. Most examples show signs of wear, such as dull surfaces and softened details, and are typically worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated coins, those that have never been used in transactions, can carry a premium, especially if they exhibit strong luster and sharp detail. Collectors place significant importance on the condition, or grade of a 1998p quarter. Coins graded MS63 to MS65 are relatively easy to find and may be worth a few dollars, but higher grade examples, such as MS66 or MS67, are much scarcer and can command significantly higher prices. Coins with exceptional eye appeal, minimal contact marks, and strong strikes are particularly desirable. Features such as well-defined hair details on Washington and crisp feather details on the eagle are indicators of a high-quality strike. Error coins from the 1998p series also attract attention among collectors. While there are no widely recognized major varieties for this specific issue, minor minting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, clip planches, and double dies can occasionally be found. These errors make individual coins unique and can significantly increase their value depending on the severity and visibility of the mistake. The historical context of the 1998p quarter adds to its importance. The late 1990s were a time of economic growth and technological advancement in the United States. At the same time, the U.S. Mint was preparing to launch the groundbreaking State Quarters program, which would introduce new designs for each state and spark widespread public interest in coin collecting. As a result, the 1998p quarter represents the end of an era, a final example of the classic design before a major in U.S. coinage. For collectors, the 1998p Washington Quarter is an essential piece in completing a full set of Washington quarters spanning from 1932 to 1998. Its role as one of the last coins in this historic series gives it added significance, even though it is not rare in terms of mintage. Many collectors choose to preserve high-grade examples as a way of commemorating the conclusion of this long-running design. In today's coin market, the value of a 1998p quarter depends largely on its condition. Circulated coins are generally worth face value, while uncirculated examples can range from a few dollars to higher amounts depending on grade. Exceptionally well-preserved coins, or those with unique errors, may command significantly higher prices. However, like many modern coins, its greatest value often lies in its historical context and its connection to a major transition in U.S. coinage. The 1979 Washington Quarter is a fascinating piece of United States coinage that reflects both historical continuity and modern minting practices. Struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark on the obverse, this quarter carries a classic design that has been in use since 1932, honoring George Washington, the first president of the United States. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing portrait of Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Above his head, the word liberty is boldly inscribed, symbolizing the core value of the nation, while the phrase "In God We Trust" appears to the left of the portrait. The date 1979 is positioned below, marking the year of minting during a period when the United States were transitioning through economic challenges and inflation, which influenced coin production and circulation. On the reverse side of the 1979 quarter, the design showcases a powerful heraldic eagle with its wings spread wide, representing strength and freedom. The eagle clutches a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing readiness to defend the nation, while olive branches below represent peace. Above the eagle is a Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, highlighting the unity of the states. The denomination quarter dollar is clearly inscribed at the bottom, and United States of America arcs along the top edge. This iconic reverse design was used for decades before being replaced by the State Quarter program in 1999. The 1979 quarter is composed of a copper-nickel-clad composition, which became standard after 1965 when the U.S. Mint removed silver from circulating coins due to rising metal costs. Specifically, the coin consists of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. The reeded edge, featuring small grooves, not only add to the coin's aesthetic appeal but also historically served as a security feature to prevent clipping of precious metals. In terms of mintage, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters in 1979, making it a very common coin in circulation. Because of this high mintage, most 1979 quarters are not considered rare, especially in circulated condition. However, coins that are in uncirculated or mint state condition, particularly those with strong luster, sharp details, and no visible wear, can hold higher value among collectors. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services may command a premium, especially if they exhibit exceptional strike quality or minimal contact marks. Collectors also pay close attention to potential errors and varieties in the 1979 D-Quarter series. While no major widely recognized varieties exist for the specific year and mint mark, minor errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double die features can occasionally be found. These error coins are highly sought after because they are unique and add an element of rarity to an otherwise common issue. Even a small minting mistake can significantly increase the coin's value depending on its visibility and condition. The historical context of the 1979 D-Quarter also adds depth to its story. The late 1970s in the United States were marked by economic uncertainty, rising inflation, and changes in currency usage. During this time, coins like the quarter remained essential for everyday transactions, from vending machines to public transportation. Despite its ordinary use, the quarter has always held a symbolic role as well, representing American heritage and continuity through a consistent design and inscriptions. For collectors, the 1979 Washington Quarter serves as an accessible entry point into coin collecting. Its affordability in lower grades allows beginners to start building a collection without significant investment, while higher-grade specimens offer a challenge for more advanced numismatists. Many collectors aim to complete a full set of Washington Quarters by year and mint mark, and the 1979 D is an essential part of that series. In today's market, the value of a 1979 D quarter typically ranges from face value, 25 cents, in circulated condition to a few dollars in uncirculated condition. Exceptional specimens, especially those professionally graded at high mint state levels, can sell for significantly more. However, the true value of this coin often lies not just in its monetary worth, but in its historical significance and its role as a piece of everyday American life.